YouTube. I'm Jacob Beach.
And I'm Mariah Beach.
And we're here with the Preppers Bunker Outdoors to talk to you about Alone, Season 2, Episode 8. Stick around. So, this week's episode is a little bit different than episodes we've seen in the past because although nobody tapped, we didn't get to see a whole lot. I think that the focus of this episode, a lot of it was on Justin. What did you think about Justin in this episode?
I think Justin really showed a good... I think he gave the veterans the message that he was trying to give. You know, if he would have climbed up that mountain and then just given up, that wouldn't really have shown, or probably wouldn't have portrayed the message that he was trying to portray.
Right, it'd kind of be like, you can make it to the top of that mountain, but once you're there, it's okay to kill yourself. So
Yeah,
that might have been the wrong...
So, I mean, I think he did really well about, you know, getting up the mountain. While we were watching, we're like, I wonder if he's going to keep going or if he's going to call it quits. And, you know, he said it actually recharged him. And I think that's exactly what he's trying to tell the veterans is get out there, achieve your goals, or do something. You know, go on that climb, do something, and then recharge yourself. So I think he gave a really good message, and I mean, this was a good episode for him.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a good message. Now, what do you think? He's moving to a new spot. Do you think he's going to be able to find the calories that he needs to stay?
I'm hoping that his new spot will be a lot better. I mean, he was literally on like a swampy area. And can it get much worse than that? I don't know. I mean, having your stuff soaked, waking up just, you know, with just tons of water, all in your camp area. So, you know, I'm hoping that he's going to do better. I think he will. And, you know, he seems to be, you know, a tough guy where he's not just willing to give up. It seems like he doesn't give up easily is what I'm trying to say.
No, but he's definitely thinking about it. I think all of the contestants or survivors definitely are. I mean, anybody would at this point. It's got to be something that would be on your mind. So it's definitely there. That challenge for him, just like anybody else, is definitely there. Now, we saw Jose do some really interesting stuff. He found a sea lion bone, made a nice little needle. Kind of walked us through that a little bit and is making a little canoe. What do you think about Jose's canoe?
So, that canoe is really cool. I'm really impressed with the skills that he has, and everything just looks so nice. I mean, it just, he's a crafter. You know, I mean, I think that he's in a really good position, and like I said a few episodes ago, I hope he can take that canoe with him.
Yeah, Jose kind of strikes me as the kind of guy where if you had to go live up in the mountains with somebody, that would probably be who you want to take.
Yeah.
You can see him being the guy up in a cabin that he built, thriving, you know, doing a homestead, you know, which is, I think, is pretty close to what he's done in reality. So, so that's pretty cool. Now, Dave is running into just hardship after hardship. He's keeping himself going, thinking about his children, which, you know, thinking about your children can help strengthen you with motivation, but it's wearing on him at the same time.
Right.
And he continuously has this problem with the gill nets. What do you think just about David's position now?
He's just not getting enough food. And it seems like the guy can't catch a break.
He's having a hard time, for sure.
The gill net being destroyed, him remaking it, making a second one, still not having any luck. Moving the gill net again to now a 600-pound log.
Yeah, just coming up. Yeah, coming up on top of it, floating right over his gill net.
So I mean, it sucks. I mean, he's just hasn't been able to catch a break.
It's like it's always raining on David over there.
Yeah. But I'm really hoping that things start to brighten up for him. Maybe moving locations. It's just.
Well, and I was impressed when his gill nets were destroyed
And he
repaired them.
Yeah.
Honestly, as a quarterback from my couch, I was looking at that gill net thinking, oh, screw it. Like, let's do something else. But he didn't do that. He picked it up, he carried on, and he fixed it. So that was impressive to me. So he's doing great. Now, Nicole, that woman is getting some serious protein, huh?
Yeah, she is continuously catching huge salmon, even enough where she could let one of them go.
Yeah.
And I really respected that because there comes a time where if you don't need it, if you're not really going to use it,
then there's no reason to waste it.
Right. It's best just to let it go. And I mean, she seems to be catching them a lot, so I really respected her decision. And she still has some bears that want to hang out at her spot.
But so far she's handling that fairly maturely. I think that obviously there's a level of fear there, and that level of fear is not a bad thing. It's probably common sense.
Yeah.
She's handling herself. She's staying there. I think the biggest thing that sticks out at me is she's having a surplus of food. And if I had a surplus of food like that, I'd really want to be thinking of ways to store food.
Yeah.
I'd want to build a smoke shack. Just, if you can get food that keeps even for just 1 week, that could be huge. Because a meal in a week could be the most valuable meal of your life. So, I think if she has the energy to burn, which I think that she should, because she's getting food, that's something that would be important to consider. And I think the other good thing is she knows her plants out there, so she's not just eating the meat. She's got some good foliage, and so she's actually probably has what would be considered an extremely healthy diet.
Yeah, I was going to say that she probably has. She's probably the one that's eating the best. And with her having all of the experience and all the knowledge that she has about all the plants around her, I mean, that's huge. That's super important. And, it definitely puts her a step ahead, to be able to say, hey, that's a mushroom that I can eat. Don't eat that, it'll kill you.
Right.
So it's really cool that she has that kind of knowledge, and it inspires me to, get out there and to learn more of that stuff, because I don't have a whole lot of knowledge about it, but it's obviously very important, so it kind of inspires me to go out there and to see in my area what I can have, what I can't have, and we've kind of experimented with stuff around here, but so I would say that she probably has the best diet, for sure.
Now, this episode was a lot shorter, it seemed like, than most. I don't think it was actually shorter, of course. It was just not quite as much drama to talk about.
Right.
So we want to focus more on questions in this commentary. So, Mariah, I know that you specifically had a question about Dave and his situation that you wanted to ask our viewers.
Right. So if you were in David's position, where you're not getting food, you've made a second gill net, and you're still just not, the water's really rough. My question is, at that point, would you move your gill net? Would you move your entire location? Your entire camp? Or would you just stay put and keep, trying again? I think that I would start scoping out for either a new spot to put my gill net, camp altogether. That's what I would do, rather than repairing and resetting up, because that can be extremely frustrating, having to keep doing that.
Yeah, for sure. My question number 2, do you think that Lucas's boat or Jose's boat is better? Which would you choose? I know you had a question also about Nicole and her caloric situation. So Nicole has obviously been eating a lot better than everybody else.
Yes. Do you think that her diet, since it's obviously been better than some of the other contestants, what kind of advantage do you think that has for her? Do you think it's a huge advantage? Do you think it's, it's helpful, but what do you think? Do you think that's putting her way ahead of everybody else? So that was another one of my questions.
Ultimately, this is a mental game, and the amount of food that they're having is physical, but being in good physical condition can help your mental state. And that leads into my final question. Who do you guys think at this point, between these 5 contestants, Larry included, which we didn't get to see Larry this episode, who do you think is going to win? Let's get some 1, 2, 3 lists up there, and why don't you guys tell us why, and we'll share in the comments section. We always appreciate having you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share this video. Get your other alone friends watching, and let's all talk about it. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thanks, guys, and thank you for being patient with us.